Hi again. So we had this question come up yesterday, which was how do I do this whole, select the text and go into expect element and then mess around with it. And, I've been doing these videos on the Mac and sometimes on the Windows machine to just try and show you that both of them should be pretty much identical. The trick to always having the CSS and all those things highlighted for what you are looking at is to highlight it in some way. Because if you just click randomly on here, it will just inspect the whole thing. It'll go up to the top of the HTML page and you won't see anything. So specifically, if you want to do something with an image, right click on the image and inspect that element, and it should come up with the image stuff here, which is what we wanted. And then it's predominantly this is me using Firefox, but if you switch over to Chrome, Chrome should be the same, right? So in Chrome, it's just not called inspect element, it's just called inspect. Again, if you click anywhere on the page, it will just show you just the HTML bit and there's no CSS for it. So the trick, same as with Firefox, is you highlight the bit of text or you right click on the image, and then you go and inspect, and then it should, fingers crossed, right? It should come up and show you all the CSS for that particular element here. I mean, you can even go and change this, I love elephants. It works the same way, it'll change this text, and at the same time you'll be able to see all the CSS here that we were messing around with. You still have tick boxes, so you can change this stuff. The color wheel is different, so it just looks a little bit different here than what we were used to. It has this opacity filter on it as well, which is kind of cool. So if you wanted to maybe, let's just set this back to white. If you wanted to set this to white, you could then go here and change this and just do the opacity on the actual effect. You can pick a color like from her hair here, which is really cool in Chrome, which you don't have in Firefox, and then you could just change the opacity on that. And I actually prefer that, to be honest with you guys, over what we had yesterday. So these are all the cool things you can do, and it shouldn't matter if you're in Windows or on a Mac. As long as you've got Chrome or Firefox, it will give you all of these options. The border radius here as well, that we were looking at yesterday. Some of the cool things that you'll have is that in Chrome you can expand that, and you see it similar to what Dreamweaver was showing, so you can see specifically what these are. And that just kind of shows you that, okay, well that's my right, and the 10 here is my bottom right. So it gives you a little bit more insight into some of these things, which I find useful. But at the same time, you've got the box model, same as in Firefox, and you've got your HTML up there. So hopefully that kind of clarifies those points. I don't really have much more to add today. We're going to catch up for a Collaborate later anyway. If you need some help with assessments, come to that. So that'll be at 6, I think. So just let me know how you go. But definitely loving the pink over what we had yesterday with this. So probably going to save that now. But look, have a play with this stuff. And I guess the other thing I wanted to show you, which I won't do today, is that if you pick an orange, let's say from the penguin, and you have something like the pink from this image with the elephant, then you can override a default color for this. And I'll show you that probably Monday, so we can explore how CSS actually uses all the inheritance stuff that it has, because that's a really cool feature. So just play with this, get a feel for it. If you like something, grab the code and move it over into Dreamweaver and save it. If you're using Sublime Text, move it into Sublime Text, whatever it is that you're using for your code editing, but use the browser just to experiment. Just because it's faster, you don't have to save anything, you don't have to refresh anything. It's just a quick way to mess around and make some changes. All right, well, look, happy Friday. Enjoy it. I shall see some of you tonight. Otherwise, just let me know if you need anything. You guys are doing really well keeping up with this, and we're nearly finished with this one. We probably need some new ideas just so we can add some little bits and pieces to it next week, but generally we've gotten there. So I appreciate all your patience and all the time that you guys have put into watching these videos and practicing it. So thank you very much for that. and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.